Minutes and we live.
Hey y'all, welcome to Club Rich. I'm Ashley Janae. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna do a little short episode tonight. We're gonna get into some hot topics. Mick, you there?
No, I left.
Oh, okay, you there.
You know I'm there.
But before we get started, y'all get in the chats. Let your girl know that you in the building. And plus, what you guys sipping on tonight? I done changed the formula tonight. I done got my Eric Mays juice.
Oh my goodness, don't you dare.
Hey, shout out to Eric Mays. You seen that TikTok? I seen this like literally on live a long time ago. But you seen the TikTok where he pulled out like a shutter house, like the whole wine in the middle of the Zoom meeting.
Yeah. I remember that was an old one. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
I seen that way before all the craziness. Like before it got popular, I seen that and I'm like, child.
It was just a little juice. It wasn't nothing but a little nip. Wasn't nothing but a little
He
nip.
did take just a little squeak. So I
Yeah,
ain't gonna.
so
You ain't sipping on nothing tonight at the
I
crib.
don't know. I'm just drinking my water, trying to be on my health. I done had enough madness for the day.
Unlocking your better self.
Yes, I'm trying to. I'm with oneness.
Whatever, Mickey.
I'm with oneness right now.
All right, well, you ready to get into some hot
Come
topics,
on,
man?
man. Make it pop. Talk to me. I'll talk back.
All right, so our first hot topic on the list, we got producer Timberland. He had some backlash a couple weeks ago when he sampled. Well, it can't even really qualify as a sample because he used the AI technology to make a song using the late rapper Biggie Smalls, using
Mm.
his voice, and the song actually was pretty decent from what we heard on the Instagram live video, but he did get a lot of backlash. So, in the process of that, he's actually starting up a business plan where producers are able to buy the rights to using deceased artists' voices, I guess, for music. Like if they want to do AI versions of songs and the person is deceased, then their estate will get paid for it, and I guess they had like proper permission and stuff for it. What you think about that, Mickey? Because I'm like, I don't know. Like, okay, look, me and my brother been having this thing for the last couple of weeks where we've been checking out all the AI songs they've been having on YouTube. So I done heard a whole bunch of 50 Cent songs that instead of 50 Cent performing it, it's Jay-Z. Like it's been a whole bunch of different artists that have been used, and the quality is pretty good. So I mean, what you think, Mickey?
I mean, well, personally, I don't get it as far as them using AI. To me, it's like another way where you don't have to pay the artist. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can undercut them. You know what I'm saying? The same thing how they did with fires, bringing robots to do the job in for in plants where they feel, they can get probably more production and without having to pay. You know what I'm saying? It's like I think it's BS. It's just another way for they can try to undercut or where they don't have to pay the artist, where they can slave the artist out or stop. I'm not slave them out, starve them out.
You know what? One thing that I heard that was so creepy to just piggyback off of that, they had a Biggie and Tupac version of. You remember that song that Kanye and Jay Z did called Otis? Like they did
Yep,
it a few years back.
yep.
They switched them and put Biggie and Tupac in it, and it was the creepiest crap I've ever heard in my life.
Just
Real
got to
creepy.
follow the money.
I
You just got to see.
don't know. Everything just I get creeped out when it's somebody that's gone and they using their voice for certain stuff. Like it's just so creepy to me. I don't know if it creep anybody else out, but whatever.
To me, it's just a way they ain't got to pay the artist. That's just how I feel. What up, AD? AD
AD,
in the
I
chat.
don't see the comments and stuff, so
I
y'all got.
don't know how you can't see it, but yes, that's AD up in there. Then some Trev B said, "Hey, what's popping with you, Trev, on the YouTube side of the game?"
Hey, AD, we gonna have to link up. AD, you gonna have to find me tonight because I'm gonna have to get you out the house. Get you out the house. It's raining, but we let's go turn up, girl. Anyways, back to business.
Oh, we got to do one. Hold, not to steal your show. We got to do one thing. R.I.P. to the late great Jim Brown.
Oh my god, I just seen that probably about an hour or so ago.
Yeah.
You know a movie that I like that he did? I think it was called Original Gangsters. I like that
Mm.
movie. That movie came out in like 97, something like that. I like that movie. And then remember when Foxy Brown came out with another movie? It was probably like in the late 90s
What
too.
was it called? Brown sugar, brown sugar. I don't know. I can't
Yeah,
think.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good movie. He was a good actor too.
Yeah, hell of an actor and a hell of a football player.
I didn't realize he was that old because you know if you think about movies from the 90s, you don't be realizing like some of that stuff really is 30 years old now, qualifies as 30 years old
He was up in age when he played in that shit. He had been in the movies shit since what?
for a long time.
Like I think in the '70s when I got hip to him. I mean, I was watching his old movies. I think he was in the Dirty Dozen. He was in a western, a cowboy movie.
My granny liked them movies that he was in,
Yeah, so you know.
and you know was an awesome athlete at one point in time also. So
Right.
yeah,
No doubt,
rest in
no doubt,
peace.
no doubt. Yeah, R.I.P. You know, I just seen that. You got to give him a shout out. Okay,
Most
now get back
so
to your tea.
next on the list. You know what? Okay. So congratulations to Ludacris. This came from the Shade Room too, giving them their credit. Ludacris actually received his Walk of Fame star as of today.
What in Hollywood?
Yeah.
How do
Uh-huh.
you? Okay, let me answer this question for you. Then let me be the devil's advocate. How do you feel about entertainers getting a Hollywood Walk of Fame star?
This is my thing.
Oh, what up,
This,
sis?
who talking?
Denise.
Hey, how's it going? Hey girl. Oh, she tuning in, eh?
No, she coming in to support her little brother.
This is my thing. I don't like the time frame. Like I be feeling like don't drop my phone. I be feeling like sometimes the time frame is entirely too long, and then you get certain actors and stuff that they haven't really been popping as long as other actors, and then it takes a long time for the people that's been around for a while to get their star. Like it's a lot of people that's getting stars now that should have been got them. Like Martin Lawrence got his last week. I'm trying to figure out how is it that he's just getting a star, and then Ludacris a week later is getting his. Like Martin has been on the scene way longer than Ludacris, and you know it ain't a dig or a kick at Ludacris, but Martin has put his
No
work in
doubt.
at least a decade way before Ludacris even came about. So like I don't know, it's just a time frame for me because I support everything black. So if it's a black entertainer that's getting their star and they getting their recognition, hey, I just think the time frame sucks.
Yeah, I mean, but what I mean, what he got it for movies? I mean, what did he get it for? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Combo movies and music, but
Okay,
you
that's
know,
cool. I mean, that's cool.
Ludacris when he got onto that Fast and Furious, he was on to something. So
No, I mean, yeah, he was. You know, because that's a nice franchise. There's so many of them. I'm about tired of them.
look, I'm trying to go see the
Oh,
next tonight.
okay. Well, Becky Brown, she on the YouTube side of the game. She said, did he get it for his daughter's show, Commerce World? Oh,
Well, I'm pretty sure that contributed to it, but I think it's more of his contributions. I think it's because of the Fast and Furious franchise because that's a very big deal, you know.
mm.
And that kind of outside of his music, I mean, he was a good superstar beforehand, but I think getting into movies is probably his best bet. Like Tyrese, I've seen Tyrese getting one soon too because you know he's an awesome artist, but when he got into movies, I think he found his spot. You know what I'm saying?
You got to be able to versify, as they say in the streets. You got to versify your portfolio because you know,
Hey, you can't
yeah.
limit your checks.
No, I mean because you got to think. It's sad to say, but in our genre, far as in African Americans, I ain't gonna say African, in hip hop. In hip hop, you do have an age limit. It's sad to say, but
It is
you
because
know
when
when
you
you
in your 40s and 50s still trying to do it, it comes off corny. It is what it
not
is.
not really because I still like 40 water. I like E40. What he do? He still got, but he's not. It's like he make timeless classic. Even Fat Joe got some. Even Jay-Z got some. But I'm saying they can just tour. They ain't got to constantly do it. But I'm saying, but what that show you is that these young boys, if y'all ain't,
Getting into something else, then y'all just gonna fall by the wayside. That's
yeah.
basically what I'm saying.
See, they do it for fun. When you could just come back and just drop something, that's what you ain't pressed for. It's a different thing when you got to do this to eat. But for you to have something different to fall on and to get, look at old young Eric Mays over there hitting that in this live podcast. God damn it, they gonna clip this.
Oh, my
I'm
bad.
trying to, no,
My
I'm
bad.
just messing. Hey, listen, man, I'm just messing with you. No, I don't trip about nothing like that. And Becky Brown said Martin been out since the 1970s. Yeah, that's
Yeah, yep.
yeah,
Actually, he has.
that's what I'm saying.
So for him to just get a star, and then a week later, somebody that really Ludacris got his start in the late '90s with being a radio show host. So that's a 20-year difference. Like Martin should have been got his recognition really when maybe 20 years ago he should have had a star if you really want to be honest.
I just hate it for like on certain roles that they get. Because don't get me wrong, and I hate to like kind of bring this up, but I do watch a lot of them old slave movies like Glory. I love that with Denzel because
That was
I
a good
like I like a lot of old movies. I don't know why. I just like old movies like
good
westerns.
quality.
Yeah, like Devil in the Blue Dress. Man, I got that
That's
right
a
now.
good one too.
That that's
Denzel used to have that
like
stuff, didn't
like Harlem Nights, like stuff like that, like what's that? The new one, Bumpy Johnson. I like old movies that they show in the '60s and '70s.
I'm gonna
But
tell you exactly why you like it. The cinematography is different. Like the way that it looks and the way that they shoot it is
yeah,
totally different than how they do it nowadays. They make films a lot cheaper now, and the budget is way different. So you could tell like the difference, unless it's like a franchise film. But a lot of films now, their budget sucks compared to like a Glory. You know what I'm saying?
what reason I mean why I like them type of movies because it gives like history. I don't get me wrong. Like straight out of Compton, I mean not let me go do that. Boys in the Hood because them was like Menace to Society. Them was good, but them show like a minute part in our history, like with the violence, how the hood is. I like them the older movies because you get to see a time when blacks was I ain't gonna say they wasn't killing like in Hoodlum, but
Mhm.
you have more blacks united. You seen blacks had things. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They had their own stores. They had their own funeral home. You know what I'm saying? We had our own this and that. When you see the movies now, we go from and but it's a reality. We go from owning to we just consumers. They had their own. If you go look at it, they had their own clubs in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was racial even harder back then, but it was like we had more, even though we were segregated. We still had more. I kind of I like to see when blacks got it, not just where we just
The
every
sidekick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's like
get what you're saying.
yeah, I mean that's just me. I just like to see when we don't get me wrong because they was hustling and doing their things back then, but I just like to see when blacks like we as far as our neighborhoods we had our own. That's all.
So do you think that it would do us a service if we went back to those type of movies where, like we ain't never had like a real huge movie that showcased the black renaissance. And a lot of people don't even know anything about that. That's something that you kind of have to find out on your own.
The,
But
the, no, go ahead.
but do you think that we would benefit from more movies that showcase the things that we were capable of, you know, once upon a time?
I mean, I think if we can put us, if we could do it and do it right, not like mess it up, because like how they did Sparkle when they redid it, man, I thought that was like they killed
I've
that
never
movie.
watched it. I've
I
I've seen bits and pieces, but I've never watched it.
I didn't like the updated version. When they try to remake movies, sometimes they could do too much and they could destroy it. But like even with Superfly, how they did it, don't get me wrong. After I looked back at it, it was just like I get it. They was trying to
Modernize it.
yeah, they was trying to modernize it, meaning fires with the fires with people fires the drug, the clicks, and I understood it. Remember they had the boys and the all or
All
whatever,
white
the
and
snow
all that.
patrol.
The Snow Patrol.
Oh,
You
you
know what that
froze
was
up
based
for a
off
minute,
of, don't you?
Ashley. Go out and come Rebecca out and bring her back in.
Oh dang, I went out.
Well, hold on, family. She should be back in a second.
I went out, y'all. I think I'm still on, y'all. Oh man, he kicked out. Let me see. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see.
Oh, 1 second. Let me bring her back. I popped out for a second. Sorry about that. That was on me. Let me send Ashley back. That was on me right there.
You get your life together.
No, it wasn't that. But you know what happened? the
What?
power, the power cord. I didn't plug it in
Oh, it's okay.
because
Cause I was
I,
sitting here.
cause I was just up there recording.
Oh,
My
okay.
bad.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah,
I
my
was
bad.
just saying. You know what the Snow Patrol was based off of, don't you?
Yeah.
I
No,
got. The,
yeah, I get it, but I'm just saying I get it because back then you got to think they had their crews or whatever. It was just different, you know. I ain't saying they was selling their heroin, but in fires in Hoodlum, you know, they was doing numbers. Even in Harlem, they
Mhm.
was doing numbers with Eddie Murphy and them. I'm just saying, I just like
That
them
was a
type
good
of
movie
movies.
though. Even though that was a comedy for Harlem Nights, that was a good movie though. A lot of good talent and stuff. That's one thing that we missing too. You know how like Robert Townsend used to have movies where everybody just about in the movie was they own specific like star. So you had the movies that had the Wayans brothers and Martin and
Yeah.
everybody in them. We don't have movies like that no more. I think the last one that they tried to do was I Got the Hook Up too, and that kind of flopped a little bit. So.
I think it kind of flopped because it's kind of hard to redo a class. Like it's kind of hard to do something that's a classic. Like the first one, it was gonna always be good. I think he was probably like 10 years too late. 20, 10 years too late. Maybe if he would have did it 5 years later. Like the thing, like me personally, if I was him, like how he doing his Ice Cream Man movie, I
Mm-hmm.
would have dropped that, like part 1 and 2, like telling his story how he got his deal, because that's what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Just go look at MW, and he got a hell of a story how he came from the South. Go look at NWA, how theirs then did. Go look at the Tupac, the Biggie Small. Right now, that's what's selling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Documentaries and stuff is definitely selling.
Yeah.
I think what these directors and stuff need to kind of hone on is to try to shy away from the standard artists that they trying to showcase because there's too many. We're gonna come up with some more Tupac stuff. We're gonna come up with some more Biggie stuff. It's so many artists that they shine and stuff was cut short. Like it's a lot of people out here that they can do movies on. You got the Shorty Lows. You got like so many people that you can do documentaries and stuff on. But I guess they go for the views. So it's a lot more views if you do a high profile situation like
What
this. I
what
guess.
they need, not to cut you off, what they need is what helped Hollywood back in the 70s. It was black exploitation films, as they called it. It was the black films. I just think what we get caught up in is we all think that we gotta go. Like I look at Sidney Poitier and how Bill Cosby, how they did it, but you know when money come in, it always can break something up. I feel like we have more people. Look at the young boys that's doing it down in Detroit. How they doing their independent. Gang Fires putting theirs out. I think if we have more of that, we can recreate that again, but we would have to support like how they supported back then. That's how the blacks back then made it because they had support. You do have to support. You got to support your own. You might don't get it from home, but go abroad and go get it. Like
Go
you,
abroad.
you should. We should be doing that, doing our own movies. When you put it out yourself, you can kind of put out what you want to put out. Cause I go look at stories with cause I always be on online looking at different things and watching different other shows. But I remember on one I be watching. Damn, I can't think of this brother name who do it, but he do this about movies and that's breaking. He go get the older people from back in the day. I'm gonna say older people, the ones who was doing the independent movies,
Oh, okay.
like Mario Van People's
Oh,
father's
okay.
the brother that be doing it on YouTube, and that's what he said. He was just like them going out there and doing it because they couldn't get deals in Hollywood, so they had to do it themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like we kind of doing it, but we're not really giving the support like we should get a support.
Like you said, sometimes you have to venture out. Like I know a couple of the people that's doing some of the stuff that's in Detroit. Like I've been asked about opportunities and stuff too. I haven't really had the time to really invest in doing that type of stuff. And plus, child, I don't want them posting me all on Tubi.
No, Melissa Zabriskie said like, no, Tyler Perry. No, really, I feel like all blacks who do movies should be shooting theirs down at Tyler Perry Studios. I believe the brother probably cut deals where you can come down there and shoot your film. They should, but I'm saying for the ones who can't.
I've been in the studio.
Mm.
I actually, the security guard was so nice. Like she let me go onto the property, and she wasn't tripping about it. Like she just like, hey, just don't get caught. So I went and we tore through the whole. Like it's so much space. It's really, 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 really nice. And this was like pre-pandemic, so like 2019, 2020, something like that. Um, I feel like to a certain degree black people have this thing where if they are not the head of a situation, then they don't really want to be bothered. So it's like certain people don't well, they mind being in the background. So when you say you think that blacks in general should help each other and bond with each other and pull each other up and stuff. A lot of people don't like the idea of not being the head honcho of something, and that really puts a damper on certain stuff because they let their pride get in the way of them making some decent money. Because I mean, it's a lot of money to be made. Even like the people from Detroit that's cashing in on the Tubi stuff.
Right.
Like Tubi is a very huge industry. You got to think about it. Yeah, you can make movies, but it's only so many times that somebody's going to view a movie until they'll be like, all right, what's next? So it's always a demand and always a need for new material and stuff to put on there. So it's kind of like blacks need to get to the point where they're like you said, bonding together and, making some things happen. Back then, people didn't mind, such and such was the funding behind it, but they didn't really want to be in the spotlight. Uh, you know, they didn't care as long as was getting paid and was able to feed their families and stuff behind the scenes. It's a lot of people now they don't believe in being behind the scenes, so that kind of messes up everything.
I mean, lights, camera, action. I mean, lights, camera, it does a lot to a lot of people. If you get people to go to calling your name, that does something like being pumped up. You know what I'm saying? Some people like with fame, like I say, comes with anything, leadership, stardom, cause with responsibility, can you still be a normal person? You know what I'm saying? Oh, do
A
you
lot of
think
people
because
can't
you
have
got
that.
because power and money is a funny thing to people who can't handle it, and that's why you see a lot of these young kids. Like you give a person $20 million. I mean, you give a teenager, a person, say just say at 22. I know I was still, my mind wasn't all the way together at 22. But you
Who's
give me,
this?
yeah, you give me 20 million, just give me 4 million. I'd probably been a nut. You know what I'm
I probably
saying?
be in jail somewhere because I.
Yeah, you trying to do things you don't, you know what I'm saying, unless you get some guidance, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, look, money don't come with instructions.
It don't. It don't. It
You
don't.
you know what I'm saying? You know, it don't come with no instructions. Most people don't think about generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? We far from. I mean, from with my grandparents. You know, I knew every grandparent when I was coming up. They all had houses. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's just certain things how they was raised. Even having get-togethers. You know what I'm saying? It's just so far like where we from, but it's the condition in the state that we in. You know what I'm saying? I think we're in a
Everybody's
competitive
mind
state.
frame is so like I'm trying to explain it, but everybody's mind frame at this point in time is so different compared to what it was back then.
I'll give you an example, like you said with the movies. Like, yeah, you go on Tubies when you see it be a lot of like a lot of drugs. It seems like every black movie you see they selling drugs. Can we get some? And I'm not trying to dictate, tell no people how they do whatever your niche is, how you get your money. I can't stop you how to get it. But can we get some higher learning type something going on?
Would be nice.
Some would because I understand why the Wayne brothers, like how they did that don't be a menace while drinking your juice. I understand how they was bringing parody, like trying to do comedy. They was trying to, I mean, wasn't trying to do, they was doing it, but they was trying to make reality a comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I love all they movies be either some spoofs or just a lot of laughter and see
yeah,
like you said everything that you see on Tubi is the shoot 'em up bang bang movie or either that or the pimp doing this or like it's not that much variety. But I think they're slowly getting to trying to add some more stuff because I've been seeing a lot of black horror movies and that's a thing that
no, no, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like the Blackula, that was dope. But I had got trained of thought when I was going back to with Lorenz Tate. He wanted to do Black Wall Street. But
oh,
see,
okay.
Hollywood wouldn't fund that. You know
No.
what I'm saying? Like doing the Buffalo Soldiers. You know what I'm saying? It's just you probably get more funded for doing being a bad cop. Don't get me wrong. I like Training Day. I watched it and everything with
Good
Denzel. Don't
movie.
get me wrong. I even watched Monster Ball with damn,
No,
what's her name? What's her name?
Holly
Hey,
Berry.
Holly Berry. I watched that. Like I said, I watch all type of movies. I even watched that, but it was like, damn, okay, that's what she got her Oscar for. Denzel got his Oscar for Training Day. But I'm trying to tell you, man, he played in some movies that he didn't have to be a bad guy to
He
get
did
that.
some good
Like,
work where he could
like
have probably already got an Oscar and stuff
yeah,
a long time. Like Glory was a good one, and I
was
think
a
he got
hell of a one.
nominated.
A hell of a one. But
Yeah.
and what was that other one when he played when his son he had to get the heart
Oh, John Q.
replacement?
John Q was a good movie too.
That I'm saying it would have do the skills the flint out of me. But that's what I'm saying.
Hey,
It's so many different movies that we could do. Like if I could get it going, I ain't trying to get some of my game up, but the hell with it, it is. If I could really get it going, I would love to redo a remake of Lady Sing the Blues. Cause I thought that was a hell of a one.
um,
Or a Soldier Story. Man, them was two great movies back in
I
the
think
day.
they kind of got close to it. Remember they did the Billie Holiday movie probably about 4 years ago, and they kind of
See, that's what I'm saying. Don't nobody remember. But if
yeah.
I would love to see that like Billie Holiday movie redid or Soldier Story.
That movie was actually good though.
And
That I would have to say it was good. It didn't get publicized like it should have got, but it was pretty good.
right, that's what I'm saying. I would love to really like see some of that did. I would love to see. Even though I know it was messed up, it tell another part of America's dark history though. But that Black Wall Street, I would love for that to be that something like that to get did. You know what I'm
That'd be
saying?
great. Really, we got so much history that the only thing that Hollywood feels like they will get a rise out of is let's highlight slavery or let's
Yeah,
just highlight the civil rights movement, and it's so much in between. Like I want them to dive more into like the Black Panthers journey and story because they did the one movie, but I really want them to get in depth into it. And the last time that I seen them really pay any kind of attention, did you watch the Dear Mama documentary that they had the 4 or 5 parts to?
what, the Tupac?
Yeah, that just came out.
I ain't watched that old Biggie though, man. I was alive during that time, but I know they put some behind the scenes. But damn, I don't know how many more you can tell. They didn't when they say squalls, when they say they didn't squalls. Like I said, when they say you can't get blood from a turnip, that them man, the way they is playing them all. This what I'm saying. You can play them out, but you can't find out what was wrong.
But you know what though? The case from what I okay,
Yeah,
I'll tell some stuff. His sister Cetra,
whole lot.
huh?
This is the views of Ashley and not 18.
No, no,
I don't got time to be
this is
dealing
really
with this, but go ahead, go ahead.
this is really a
But I'm
fact.
serious though, but go ahead.
Tupac's sister Cetra, I've actually had a conversation with her before.
Oh, you
That's why I
have?
said I need to get my shit together and start bringing folks that's of
I
importance.
don't, I don't know why you play.
I actually had a talk with her a couple years ago via Instagram. Like when I tell y'all, Instagram really be linking people up that you would never think would link up. Like me and her was liking each other's pictures back and forth for a minute. And so I'm thinking like this got to be like a fake page. So I inboxed her or whatever, and I was just asking her questions and stuff. This was when I first started my podcast that I had on Facebook, and she was telling me that the case is solved. Like this is a fact. The case is solved, but for the most part, the people, the key players that played a part in the shooting and stuff, they're all dead except for one. And the one person that's still alive, they was in the car that shot at
Oh
Tupac.
shit, you going by the story they put out there.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean that's the same
Yeah,
one. You can go. I can go give you about 4 or 5 different YouTube channels to break that
yeah.
down.
I already know, but she said that the case been solved since.
Yeah,
Really, the case got solved within the first couple weeks. But
yeah.
when people don't want to talk, all you can really do is go off of what you're being told. And a lot of the times, like she said before they mom passed, because she passed a few years back.
Yeah.
Before her mom passed,
All right, B.
her mom had closure, but the public never received that closure. So it's kind
Right.
of like a bittersweet thing. But their mom left knowing who did what. So
But no, that's what's up. That's the only one should have got closure. We just fans.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we get, like I say, it's just it's like with money, man. It ain't it ain't really so much when they say money is the root to all evil. It ain't really the money; it's the individual.
Uh
If
huh.
the individual is, if he nasty, when he get money, money just gonna show you who he is.
And then, like you said, if you paid attention to any of the stuff that's been publicized over the years, not to be funny, but Pot made a very bad decision that cost him his life, and that's really what the end story is. He made a very bad decision that ended up costing him his life. That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. That wraps it up. That ends it up right there.
So
But but
let's
like I was saying, but no,
let's
I'm
change
being
the
serious
subject.
because
Let's make it
yeah,
lighter because we over here talking
I'm
about
I'm
jail.
trying to make it lighter. You went there. I was trying to tell you how to. I'm trying to revive. No, I ain't gonna say revive. I'm trying to spark because it's already on fire in Flint. You know, I see the youngest doing
I
movies
love I
because
love the vibe. You know what's crazy? Okay, so I ended up going to a seminar last week, right? And it was in Detroit. So they asked, people where they from, this, that, and the other, whatever, whatever. Oh, my computer going dead. They asked, who everyone's from or whatever, where they from. And I said I was from Flint.
oh
So
shit,
when I tell you everybody was so excited when I said that, because for the longest, every time you say you're from Flint, first thing they do is, oh my God, can you take a shower? And I'd be like, shut up. But anyways,
oh those bastards. Go ahead.
I'm so tired of that. That question is kind of getting laid to rest, which is nice.
Right.
But no, they was just like, "How's the music scene?" Like I heard the music scene is coming up, and I was like, "The music scene is
It's
not where
good.
it needs to be just yet, but it's heading there."
I
So
know to me, I love how the youngest putting it down. I ain't gonna even lie.
they
I'm
definitely
telling you,
representing it.
yeah, I
It's so
love how
much
they do it.
more that's coming about, and I'm glad that people are actually seeing what's going on because technically, I got a homeboy that stay in the Carolinas that was cool with the Leah and stuff, and so he got like some ties and stuff to whatever. He said, and he said, "We've been paying attention to y'all for the last 2 years." That's exactly what he said. We
I
trying to
know.
find some talent out of y'all city.
Listen, I don't know all of them. Like I said, and I ain't gonna lie. Look, these little youngest, they doing their thing. I can't do nothing but respect what they doing because they putting the shine on it. Cause like I said, the ones I'm seeing doing it, like YNJ, IMC, RMC. I don't want to say his name wrong, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Even the other ones, I don't want to be disrespectful, youngest, because I plan on getting y'all on the podcast.
Shoot, you
Uh,
got Rio,
that's
you
what I'm
got
saying. Like
oh,
they say, free 'em. Cause that's all I've been freeing. This coming from 810, free him. But like I say, even YNJ them shot it out. Even got to get Icewear Vezo. He shot it out at the Summer Jam. And got to give another shout out to Dink Soaps and E Baller them
you know who I
for
need.
giving them giving the Queens a royal treatment up there. But go ahead, I'm done.
I need somebody to put the word out. I need payroll on the podcast.
I
That's
mean,
what
what, shoot
I need.
for it. Hot damn it, shit. We shooting for, like I told you, we shit. Listen, let me talk to you. Two people we had on today. I put the libertarian that's running for president. I put him on. I put it on YouTube, but I'm gonna share it to Facebook. Probably I'm gonna set it up tonight. So I got to do some editing on it. So I'm gonna put it out there on Facebook tomorrow, where people can go ahead and see it. You know, I was just trying. Look what we doing. We done got some presidential candidates. I ain't saying they gonna win or not, but hey,
They getting some shine
yeah.
though.
Well, hey, listen, man. We out here fighting like never before, man. I'm
But
gonna
you know
tell you
what though?
like this.
810 is actually getting the name for themselves, low key.
I'm trying. Listen, we've been called imitators and everything. We've been called
But
imposters.
that's coming from imposters. So
Preach. So, you know, we're gonna. You say you
imitators
want to.
calling other people imitators. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying we've been talked about so bad. I mean, we damn near everywhere they don't want us to be.
And
Uh,
that's it. Oh, I'm about to put. Hey, hold on, stop the press. So look, I'm getting cute for next week to go to this doggone Mirage party or whatever. Keyrail, you need to have 810 as your official media source for Mirage. AD, make that happen because I know you probably know Keyrail. Tell him that we need to be his main media source for Mirage next week. Cause I'm gonna go.
just
I know
talk
Nicky.
to them.
I know
Talk.
Nicky.
Listen.
I did I inbox him? I think I inboxed him. He just ain't got back with me. But you know when people be busy and stuff, you don't want to overcrowd them
But
with.
just check it out. We reaching out now because it's gonna come a time. I ain't saying tomorrow. I ain't saying the day after.
Don't come to
But
me.
it's gonna come a time, I'm telling you, get us while we doing it for the love. But
For
we still need
real.
love help. Come break. Come
Look, and keep. I'm gonna come there with my dress with my little split and everything.
do your
Child,
do
better
your thing. We need the help. I mean, we been listen, we still coming on and they've been talking about us like we ain't nothing.
it's cool though.
They've been talking. I know, but we got that. I look at it like this. Listen, we had I don't. I'm not gonna say her name because I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna get messy on your show. But
You
I'm
could
just
if you want
saying.
to, but I don't
No,
care.
I'm not. But I'm gonna be
I'm just
honest
playing. I'm just playing.
because I've been hearing we ragtag organization. I've been hearing a lot of things, but this is from a so-called. I mean, no, she's a lawyer. I'm not gonna say her name because they might want to sue. She's sitting up here dissing, doing everything, but we love it. I
But
mean,
she's supposed to be winning cases, like not worried about me. Like worry about
but
your
that lets you know we doing good. We in their minds. I just wanted to respond to them because I seen everything they've been doing. We like the watchers. So I just like to see what I see the slander. when they saying we was I mean, I looked at it anonymous. They looking at it. Nah, they don't understand. I mean, I don't care, but it's like I love it. I love when they critique us because it's just gonna make us to go back in the kitchen and go back to
While
get
y'all
the
talking about we
ingredients right.
bootleg,
We're gonna get
for
the
one,
ingredients right.
I got a resume. So while you talking about we bootleg and stuff, baby, check the resume.
But listen, we got to start from somewhere. I love starting from the kitchen, from the chitlin. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I remember from doing it from the living room. I remember from hooking up with the brothers down there at BLM.
Black
Was that
Black
yeah, Black
money.
Lives? Yeah, definitely. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I'm gonna get where I've been. I remember I done did it with certain things, but we just kept growing. This I keep trying to tell them. We
It's
like,
nothing wrong with growth. And then
yeah,
sometimes you have to realize that when you're trying to get some things accomplished, you got to leave certain stuff behind. And sometimes, unfortunately, that includes people. And, they never want to discuss that. But sometimes people have to be left behind in order for you to achieve a certain goal. Everybody might not be as serious about something as you would be. You know what I'm saying?
right.
That's not saying that it's right or wrong or whatever, but if you got your focus on something and you have something that you want to give to the public that's of quality, sometimes you have to leave those people behind that are not really putting their all in their focus into what you got going on, and it is what it is.
Nah, it is no knock. So, because sometimes people have other things they have to do. You know, you can't. Everybody can't look at it like you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I'm trying to clean up what you said. I'm just saying sometimes people might outgrow what you doing. You know what I'm saying? And
For real.
you gotta keep it moving. Listen,
I've been there.
listen, man. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm so happy y'all that I linked up with y'all because, like I said, we're gonna have some up and downs. But I gotta give a shout out to the mayor, our mayor. I ain't talking about that clown. I'm talking about Doc. Hear me out now. Don't mess up. It's only one that I know. Let me keep it real. I'm
Hey,
talking about the
the
honorable.
only
Oh,
mayor we recognize
yeah,
is
Dr.
Sweet.
Karen. You know what I'm saying? This ain't hard to figure out. They can call
Ah,
me biased. I'm gonna be biased. Shit, they biased.
hey, I said that on my
Everybody
first
else, yeah,
episode, and I got some inboxes that
yeah,
same day. I said,
yeah.
shout out to my man.
Yeah, everybody they like they bias or something, but we not
uh,
listen.
they got too much going on in the
We
in
in
the
the
mayoral office
listen.
right now for me to even want
That's
to
what
be
I'm
bothered.
saying. We listen. We pushing news, and they mad at us. You know what I'm saying? They act like this. This is why I don't really pay attention to really. And this is my first time really saying. This is why I don't really never pay
Say
attention
your
to what
thing.
they
Say your
say.
thing. We in here chilling.
Nah, I'm telling. This is why I don't never pay attention to what I be hearing. It was all right when they was dissing us.
It's
We took
always
it
all right when they
because
do.
I mean, let me tell you something. They thought because we didn't get in there, and we didn't win or something. I see a lot of slander to be out here. We didn't win. I even knew with me, they like it was over with. Like 8-10 was done. Let me listen. Listen. I heard it. I'm trying to tell you. I heard it through the back channels. Through the back channels, there was so much slander. There was so
I'll
much
be
slander.
so
It almost made me take a drink, Ashley. That's how much slander I heard
Here
when
you go.
everything was going down. Yeah, it almost made me take a drink. But you know what I knew?
Mm-hmm.
We was in the kitchen getting the ingredients together. We ain't
Getting it
done. We ain't
together.
listen. It ain't done. It's like we getting all it. We getting the right seasons together for when we get it out there. I'm just saying they
It's gonna
didn't
be good.
understand that they were still slandering. But I'm glad they were slandering because why they were slandering us. They was giving us news. They was making so many mistakes.
And we're winning at this time because I've seen our logo, our name being mentioned in places that I didn't think so soon it would be mentioned at. You go to events and we're being mentioned. You go on people's pages that you think that wouldn't pay us any attention, and guess what they're
Right.
doing? Pay.
Checking us out. I
And
want to thank them.
yeah, and I do want to say this on here too because I know Dr. Weaver might be paying attention. I'm actually, I know this sounds stupid, but I am actually kind of glad that you did not win the election, and let me explain.
Please, because you're losing me. Go ahead.
It's
Go ahead.
it's so much buffoonery
Mm.
going on in
Mm.
this city. And I hate the fact that from the start, especially with the water situation, because I say this all the time on here,
Mm.
you were the scapegoat to a certain degree. And I really admire how you handled a lot of stuff with class. Because you could have really said a lot of stuff to, throw other folks under the bus that really had knowledge of what was going on. And you didn't, and you handled it with class. I'm glad that you did not get elected, because now, looking at everything that's going on in Flint, you probably would have got the blame for a lot of stuff. And, that's how ignorant black folks do it. Something goes wrong in the city. Well, the mayor, Karen Weaver, she got something to do with it, and it don't necessarily have anything to do with you. But everybody feels like the mayor is the scapegoat for everything. So
No,
it's a lot of stupid stuff that's going on
no,
right now. And guess
no,
what?
no. I gotta give you some pushback on that one for this reason.
For this reason,
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why.
okay.
Because you saying this on that aspect, I believe she'd have been in them pipes would have been done. But when she left off, she was I think 98, about 95% done. How he couldn't get 5% done? That ain't no scapegoat. That's on the mayor.
True.
See, I believe what I know of her, because we in the kitchen cooking. That I know how she would have did it. She would have finished what she started. Because if she was at 98% and she did, and she was, the
You know what
we'll
though?
go. I'm just saying she was in there cooking, and then when you looking at it, just look at it now. He had 3 years, 4 years. You can't say he can't say he can't. Yeah, most definitely, she would have damn sure paid. She would have. Everybody would have. She wouldn't even played around. Look how Ben Harbor had this did in a year, and you
Mhm.
can't say they went up under COVID neither. That's what I'm saying. We can't. You know what I'm saying? We have to just call a spade a spade. He was at the top. He got some clowns. I ain't gonna call them clowns. He got 6 people, so they running into the ground. There's no reason he shouldn't have
No
had it done.
comment. No comment.
It shouldn't have had it done. She would have, what it did, show the people that. Now I'm gonna tell you what this election showed them. Now this is what you get.
A lot of crooked bull crap. I'm gonna tell you
Right.
that right now. A lot of crooked bull.
Nothing done.
A lot of
Nothing.
bull crap.
Nothing done.
And
So
then, okay, within the last week, somebody got arrested for whatever, whatever. I ain't gonna, talk too much about it.
mm,
But guess who homeboy the person is? And it's just like, really, we getting a bad rap on a lot of stuff that has nothing to do with politics, but more of just like personal stuff, and it just don't look good. It really don't look good.
no, but
So,
it's the leader. That's just like if it's something come out bad on this end, which things have happened. Believe me, I be on the back. I gotta take it. Like I don't get mad. I gotta take because
hmm
it still starts at the top. If you
hmm
if the leader weak, you're gonna have dysfunction running around.
my
You
smoke detector is going off the chain. No, but I say what I said to say this
that you
because I
burn
know
something
that you
up.
are watching Dr. Weaver. Take this time to relax and continue to do the things for the community that you do, and just being, the solid woman that you are. I feel like that a lot of stress was placed on you because everybody wanted to figure out how they could point fingers about certain things that was going on in the city. And you didn't deserve none of that at all. And you handled it with grace. So I really feel like, yeah, you wanted to help the city and stuff, but sometimes, child, let that man handle it. Let him have his turn. Let that man handle it, cause mm-mm.
That shelf might be blocking your screen. You leave that alone.
That's
Stick
why
to
I said
Hollywood. You stick to Hollywood.
let
You're
that man
blowing it.
handle it.
Stick to Hollywood. Chef come on. Stick to Hollywood. We already not getting nothing.
Okay,
The,
okay,
the, the,
okay.
the
Let
people
me
here
let me get out of
have
there.
you listened to them guys? I tried to put a motherfucking excuse my friend. I went down there. I tried to. You see how they did is we went down there and told them we was from 810. They sent us to a whole nother place to.
Child,
That's why
look,
we was
stop,
late
stop telling them that you from
broadcasting.
810. Tell them, hey man, I'm from tell them you
I'm
from
finna
Channel
start lying
12.
and say I'm from
Channel 12.
nope shit nope. I'm gonna start saying I'm from the you got to go somewhere because we black. You know what I'm saying? We can't say because Trevor. You know how they didn't gave Trevor didn't gave himself up, so he on the band watch now.
They better
But
leave Trevor the heck alone.
I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna say I'm from the Flint Beat. They're a black organization.
Oh, okay.
So
Look, as long as you
the
got
owner
a
black.
head
I'm
what
gonna
you
say
want.
I'm sorry, Jaquanda, but the way they spent us today is no hate. We going to end up under the Flint Beat. Then when we get
Flint
in there,
beat.
we gonna don't sue us,
Oh,
Jaquanda.
the Flint beat. Yeah,
Don't
I've
sue
heard
us,
of them.
Jaquanda. I'm just messing. We won't be asking nobody from City Hall though where to go.
Child, they be giving y'all the runaround, don't they?
Man, listen. I'm gonna say like the young boys says they say they act like we the ops. That's
You
how
know
they
what's
played
so
it.
sad when you're trying to expose certain things. That's why I'm kind of glad that Mr. Mays is getting the exposure that he's getting, because now he's able to take what is considered comedy, but take it on the road and give us some kind of exposure. Because there's a lot of stuff that they're trying to shut him up about. And then on top of that, when you go down there and you want to record and you want to expose certain things, they trying to give you a hard time. Like, it's like, dang.
And I ain't done nothing. You
Yes, you
know,
did. You trying to expose, and that's what you did.
I ain't expose. Man, let me tell you something. How can you expose someone they doing it right out in the public? Now, don't get me wrong. This I'm just telling you. Let me tell you.
You're
That's like
giving eyes and
Councilwoman.
ears to the people that's not able to come to
Listen,
the meetings.
that's like Councilwoman Liddell Lewis. I'm not throwing no shade, but what the hell? Every time she see a pastor, she study cussing them out. And that I wasn't there,
That's too much for me.
but
That's too much. That's too much.
don't be mad that we had affiliate. I mean that we had when I press people there. I don't want to say no names. Winters Hall was there though. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how we be, I don't know how 810 just happened to be there. But the people came to her.
What, they
They
came to
came,
witness?
yeah, they came to, because, 810 also know how to defuse. We are trained to de escalate situations that are get out of hand sometimes. So as we know, Winters had to, just she's out there showing out. That's what I'm saying. Like how she's showing out.
I'm
Is
glad that y'all keep bulldozing into these meetings, though. I
we
like.
ain't bulldozing. We just be, I think Winters was out there taking the kids to go look, get books because we all got our library cards. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Man, fuck
We
I
all signed
didn't
up. I
do
don't know why you ain't got your. All of us is signed up to the Flint Public Library, so we don't just be there by no chance. We
Shoot,
actually check out
put me
books.
on the list. I love me
Yeah, we go
a
out there
good
check
book.
out books. We actually put it to use. We even
I'm
shot
a
a couple.
cheater. I do a lot of
Oh,
audiobooks.
what up, Terry Carter? We was also there shooting. We shot a couple shows up in the Flint Public Library. Even we have went there and experienced what the Flint Library could give you. I wish more people from the inner city would go there.
Like I said, I think it's because my crowd, we starting to hit to the audiobooks. Like, I be at work typing on the computer.
Hmm.
Baby, I got the 48 Laws of Power playing in my ear. I'm almost done with it too.
I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what books I've been reading? I got to give a shout out to Sister Muhammad because she helped her little brother out because she knows sometimes I have one foot in the wilderness and I'm trying to put the other foot on the holy land. But I'm coming out the wilderness. I'm gonna tell
There's
you.
nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong.
But she brought me back message to the black man. I got to get back on it. I'm just telling you. I feel like every black male should have that, and the one from the
I tell
FOI,
people,
NOI, Nation of Islam. Yes. I'm just trying
every
to tell you.
person, I
If
don't care
one's
what
in
race.
Flint, if y'all want to get them, go to the mosque. Get what if you get what you see brother LaRon next to him out there, go holler at him. If you see brothers on the corner when they slinging their papers, you know, donate to their cause too, man. That's also another,
I get them a couple dollars.
yeah,
I ain't, I
just
ain't
get
even
the.
a part of the love, but I
Hey,
support.
listen, if you can support the Black Christian Church, because it's a reason, you know. Oh yeah, man. Listen, we like I'm telling you, it's a lot of things. I'm just saying me personally.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I like listen, man. You supposed to open your mind up to a lot of things. and I believe that can feed the black mind.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, it's not for everybody. It's like it's books for us, and it's books for everybody. Don't go to judging me because I'm pretty sure you got Hispanics got their books. You know, Koreans got their books. I mean, every
yeah.
nationality
Read.
got their books.
This is how I figure. A read is a read. Like it shouldn't be like, hey, only these people should read. No, a read is a read because knowledge is knowledge. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So
you ain't missing nothing, Kev. I'm saying if you can read, I'm just saying we need books to start, and we can go read them. How everybody sold dope, or they did all this killing, and them brothers doing about 30 or 40 years. We need to do something different. We need to figure out how to get books out here where you don't have to read about the person that's in jail or did time. He's still out here doing works. That's all I'm saying. You know,
AD, you still on live? I need AD's attention real quick.
yeah, I'm online. Who AD
I said
online?
AD,
Well,
not
my bad. Hell, I'm over here trying to co-host with you, and you know,
I'm trying to get these comments popping, but won't why the comments don't ever
they popping. I don't know why you can't see it. I'm seeing it from the YouTube side of the game, man. I'm seeing it because you know, I'm all
hold on. That's because I
yeah.
ain't got YouTube up. I got just the app thing up. All right, y'all. So look, major announcement, major announcement. Outside of me being at Mirage next week, I'm gonna try to get with Key Rail and try to give us some highlights. But Key Rail need to answer his flipping email. Um oh, next week, child, I got an episode for y'all. The episode is gonna be dedicated to dating again. The actual title of the episode, and make sure you remember this.
Oh shit! Talk to me. What is it? Talk to me.
Are you dateable?
Okay, you dropped something right there. That's cool. I'm hoping you saying is the woman dateable. Because
Everybody.
goddamn it, because y'all, I mean,
Everybody.
y'all didn't put some standards out here that I'm glad I'm like shit. I could never go back out there.
Man, look,
Some of the standards y'all
I
putting
be I
out
be
there,
telling you what my standards is,
shit.
and it be my standards really be like just regular,
I,
regular stuff. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know. Y'all, I'm just gonna be honest. Y'all women say y'all be regular, degular. The next thing I know, y'all make the brother look like he the worst person. Get that sound together over there, quick,
My
please.
bad. I was trying to
Yeah, I
YouTube
know.
myself.
God damn it. Right now I'm in my bag. Now let me go ahead
Go
and
ahead.
finish my
Look,
because I've been losing
go
my
ahead.
thought. I've been losing my thought. You made me lose my thought about 10 times.
My bad, bro.
Okay, let me get back to it. Now, y'all be having us thinking that the brothers, because I know you women can sell a sob story. Y'all you had that other brother thinking that man, if he fall for it, I'm just saying. I like to get both sides and I'll figure the truth out down the road. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand we brothers, we simple. We're
Simple
real
ain't even the
simple.
word, but continue.
You know, we show gonna we taking calls on that one. Hot damn it, we gonna
That'll
do it.
be dope. We
And that's
take
gonna be
calls.
live in studio. So we're
Okay,
gonna do that one because I mean, yeah,
bet.
call
Shake on
live
it.
because we do shake on it. We're gonna be live in studio. Hot damn it, because you call in because I mean,
Call no, y'all call in for real because
yeah,
we
you
gonna
not,
make it really a our
yeah,
situation because it's about to be
yeah,
some bull crap. Cause y'all
yeah.
gonna get on my last nerve,
No,
especially when I
no. Wait a minute. Let me stop you right there. I don't want these simple women calling in, getting on my lab's nerve, because I can turn into Kevin Samuels.
oh my god,
Now you don't know
don't
me.
get canceled. Don't
You
get
know,
canceled. Don't
listen. Right now, we finna get a hit. We gonna fit. This show might be the most
this show gonna be a hit
anticipated
for real.
because
We gonna have to get some women in the studio.
no,
Y'all men
hell
ain't
no.
but
I don't want
nah.
to have to put them out. Because
Nah,
I'm
we
going
gonna
to tell you, it's not going to be all that the man is the worst in the world. Let me tell you something. I'm knowing what's going on. I done seen some fine single women, like, Lord have mercy.
that's because something wrong.
With them. We got to get to
No,
that.
you know what though?
So something wrong
have
with them.
I have a plethora of female associates and stuff that I'm
Mm.
starting to realize that I can't mix and mingle with them because of their logic when it comes to dating. I don't know who came up with some of these rules and stuff that women are coming up with, but that's why they're single. And I'm a woman, full woman. And I can tell you like this, a lot of women are going to be single if they keep these ideas that they have in their head as the standard of a man. Because if you can't take care of yourself, honey, that's your problem.
And I'm finna nip this one in the bud. Quit lying. I'm saving myself for Jesus. Jesus ain't waiting for you.
Shut
Let,
up.
let, let me quit doing that too, brothers.
That's
Don't
over my
fall
book. I'm
that.
not talking to you no more.
Look, brothers, don't fall for that. They waiting for Jesus. Don't keep lying on Jesus. Maybe having about 4, 5 sneaky links while they saying they waiting on Jesus. And then when they do come up pregnant, you know what I ask them? I guess that's Jesus then,
Who's the
man.
daddy? No, I'm just
You
playing.
better
All right,
believe it, Jack.
Mickey, I'm not about to do this no more with
Okay.
you. We didn't hit our hour mark.
Yes, we did.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Next week about to be some book. I'm actually gonna start preparing for it tomorrow. So Mickey,
Prepare for it. Cause I'm telling you, if your friends come on here thinking they finna dog some brothers out, I'm shutting that down. I'm gonna answer everything. I'm gonna ask them what was wrong with them, and I'm doing background checks. So if y'all got about 4 or 5 sneaky links, call in if you want. I'm gonna expose you if you're lying. As long as you tell the truth, we all good.
all right, y'all. Well, thank you for popping in. Love y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Thank you, Mickey, for being the best co-host in the world. We will
Better
holler
believe it.
next week. Bye, y'all.
Peace.